What's up, Incredibly Average Nation? This is Incredibly Average Joe bringing you another Madden 20 video. Gonna be starting a new series here today. I figured I would do a weekly video to let y'all know what the best value is for your training points right now. As I mentioned on a previous video, I've created a spreadsheet that breaks down the best training values at that point. I'm gonna update that throughout the week typically. I'll leave a link to that down in the description below just so you can kind of follow along in the video here. Before I actually get into the video, if you're new to the channel and you're enjoying the content, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can know when I release these videos. You're going to want to see my videos as soon as they come out if you want to take advantage of the market tips and strategies that I give, because the market, as y'all know, is always ever changing. So the tips and strategies in my videos might not be relevant a few days from now. So if you hit that bell icon, you'll be able to see as soon as I upload my videos, you can go watch it and you can take advantage and make profit off of the market. Typically, I think I'm going to release these training point value videos on Friday because right in the weekend, typically about Saturday in the afternoon is the best time to get training value because that's when cards are at their lowest. That's when you want to buy cards. Also, just in general, if you want to buy cards, just so you know, Saturday in the early afternoon is typically your best time for that. If you can't do it on Saturday, really any day during the afternoon is the best time. That's when cards are at their lowest, which means that's also when you don't want to be selling your cards. Just as a side note, if you are looking to sell your cards in general, you know, certain cards, it changes for certain cards, but generally speaking, don't sell your cards during the afternoon. You want to wait until nighttime to sell your cards. That's when the market's the busiest. That's when the prices are driven up. For example, the 88 cards, they'll be about 65,000 during the night, but if you get on during the day, they'll be down to like the 58, 60,000 range. So the reason I'm releasing this video on Wednesday instead of Friday is because of the harvest promo that's coming out. In my last video, if you didn't see that, I'll link that here. But in my last video, I mentioned that you should stock up on training points because there's a very good chance that we're going to be using training points as a type of currency in this upcoming promo. Not just, you know, obviously there are some things you can buy with training right now in the market, but I think it's going to be even more so in harvest, kind of like what we had in Most Feared. So it's a good idea. Just like stocking up on your coins, it's a good idea to stock up on your training for this promo. Now, the numbers that I'm going to throw out at y'all, just be aware that the market is just like the stock market in real life. It's always changing. There's always stuff moving around depending on the supply and demand. So be aware that the numbers that I give you might not be accurate at that time. Like I said, the attached spreadsheet, I will update it as I can. So I'll put the time and date on there. Just always check that. I am on PS4, just so you know. So the PS4 and Xbox market are usually pretty close together, but there can be a little bit of difference. But this can be a very good frame of reference. A lot of times the card with the best value is the same on Xbox and on PS4, but just keep that in mind as I'm going through my video here. So jumping right into the auction house, when you're first looking for a good value, what you want to do is just basically just go, I start at 80-81s, and just a spoiler alert right now, 80-81s are terrible right now. They are not very good, especially the 80s. In general, the even number, the 80, the 82, 84, 86, 88, those are going to be worse for your training value in general, not always, but usually. And I think the reason is because just when you go on the auction house, they're the first ones on there. You have to scroll down a little bit to get to the odd number, but generally speaking, the even number is going to be not as good of a value as the odd number. So keep that in mind when you're looking. So if you have, say, 10,000 coins and you want to buy an 80, maybe scroll down a little bit, go find an 81, and you can get it for just a few thousand more, and get better training value for your coins. That's always something to keep in mind. So looking at the market right now, what you want to do is you want to combine my sniping videos and my filter videos with this sort of video. So we got cards here going for 7,000, 8,000, some 80s, 81s. What you want to do is you want to go sort this by team, right? Because those are not the lowest value. We know that. So you got some here that are already at 7,000. That's 700 lower than we were seeing in the market. There you got some for even lower at 6,600. So just go through here, go team by team. You can go position by position. You can do cat value. That's even lower. Tre'Davious White. Do not go onto the market, as I've said in previous videos, do not go onto the market and just buy the lowest card, okay? Because that's not going to be the actual true lowest. That being said, 80s right now, I'm just kind of looking at 7,000 is my average I think I could find. They're going for 36.84 coins per training point. That is really, really bad. That's just not very good. That is like what we were getting at the beginning of the game. Not very good at all. So if you go down here to 81s, based off of an 8,600 value, you're getting 32.45. A little bit better, but still not great. At this point in the game, you're wanting to get something in the 20s range for sure. Now, if this is all you can afford, then, you know, 81s, 8,000 coins, not too bad. You could probably get it down to 8,000 and get that value up a little bit. But I'm basing this just off of the basic market here. Jumping up to 82s here, we get about 12,000 coins is where we think we could buy. You could probably get it down to about 11.5, 11,000 if you're lucky, sniping some good ones. At this value, not a very good value either, so 32.88 coins per training point. Not a very good value. Like I said, you want to try and get something in the 20s. Anything above the 30s I think is not good enough. That's just not a very good value. So down into the 83s here, you're getting at about 17,000, which comes out to about 33.66 coins per training point. So this is a case where 83s are actually not even as good a value as the 82s, which are at 32 points. So 83s, 82s, I would steer clear of those as well. Moving on up to the 84 range. 84, let's see, let it load. 24 is what I base my calculations off. 24,000, you're getting at 34.29. That is really, really bad. The only one that is worse than that is 80s. So steer clear of 84s as well. 24,000. Let's move on down to the 85 range. We get it at about, it's like 28,000 or so. So 28,000, 28.71. So we finally have one that's down below the 30. So 85 I would say would be the first one that would be worth investing your time in. So again, you don't want to buy the lowest one on here. You want to go team by team, filter it down, and then look for the lowest one within this filter. You don't have to go team by team. You can use whatever filter you want. Just don't buy the cheapest on that main market page, because that is not going to be the actual cheapest. You want to filter it down and get the best value that you can. So we're getting into the better values here in 86, 87. Now 85s were a pretty good deal if you have a smaller amount of coins. So 85s are definitely something to go after. But we're looking at 86. Let's see, we're seeing a lot of 86s at about 35,000. That's going to be about 26 coins per trading point. That's the best value that we've had so far. But let's go on down to the 87s. Let's see what we're looking at here. I did my calculations based off of 42.5. That's about what I was able to find. At that, you're getting 22.7 coins per trading point. That is a very good value. 87s right now are a very, very good value if you don't want to spend, over 100,000 coins and all that on the higher ones. 87s are definitely ones to go after. Go for some snipes in there. 87s are probably what I'm going to be buying when the market's a little bit lower. That's what I'm going to be stocking up on trading points with. So 87s are definitely a good one to go for. And moving on into the 88s, so about 60,000 is what I base my calculations off of. That gets you at about 23.44 coins per trading point. Again, a very good value, not one of the best, but it is a very solid one. 88s are very good. Moving on down to the 89s, I base my calculations off of 80,000. Again, the market changes around all the time, but 80,000 was a good median that I found. So for 80,000, you're getting a very, very, very good price here at 22.41 coins per trading point. That is one of the top ones. So 89s are definitely one that you want to go search, see if you can get it down to 70,000 or so, then you are going to be getting a very efficient trading point exchange with 89s. All right, let us move on into 90s. So the 90s are really all over the place. I based mine at 110,000. These are really changing minute to minute. Like I said, I will update these as much as I can. So 90s at this point, they quick sell for almost 5,000 trading points. So at 110,000, this is definitely your best value, 22.27. Just a little bit of a better value than the 89s. But the 90s right now are the best value. I think the market's tanking on them a little bit because people are preparing for the harvest promo. They're dumping some of these cards that they know are going to lose value big time when the promo drops, because we're going to get a lot of 93 and 94s. Maybe not a lot, but we're going to get some 93, 94s, and it's going to push down these 90s in value below that 100,000 threshold, which is kind of like a resistance right now if you know anything about the stock market in real life. So 90s right now are definitely going to be your best value. Again, check that spreadsheet when I update it throughout the week. Make sure, do your own calculations. But as of right now, 90s are a very solid price. Moving on down to the 91s, which again are even more volatile. They're all over the place. I did my calculations based off of 160,000. These quick sell for 68.40 trading points, and they are just a little bit above the 90s at 23.39 coins per trading point. So that is also a very good value. You should just buy the 90s at that point unless you find a very good 91. It's a little bit cheaper. Again, we have some down here that are cheaper. Just sort of depends. You can definitely find some 90s that are cheaper than what they're going for up here. So just always keep that in mind. All right, let's bump it up to the last here. I don't even bother with the 94s right now because they're just kind of crazy priced. 92, I based my calculations off of 220,000, which is about where they're at right now. You're getting 23.23, which is a very good exchange rate there. So just keep that in mind for 92s. If you can find a good one for about 200,000, then you would definitely be getting solid value up there. So the 93s are still going for a good bit. I based my calculations off of 325, which gives you an exchange rate of about 24.8 coins per trading point. Not the best. Again, at this point, these prices are a little inflated because there's not a ton of 93s in the game. So I would steer clear of the 93s for now. They will definitely come down when the promo drops. These ones might be ones to watch at that point. But right now, if you're going to be spending the big bucks on these trading points, you may as well go for the 90 or 91s because they're much better value. Unless you find a very good snipe, of course. That, of course, throws all those numbers out the window, and the snipe is going to win every time. So guys, very basic video. I just wanted to run through it. You guys let me know if there's something I can do to make this easier for you all to see. So it's pretty simple. It's just a simple mathematical equation. You can just go on that Google Sheet. It's down in the link below. I'll update that. If you want me to update it more often, just let me know down in the comments below or on Twitter. I will do that as much as possible. What I will try and do is I will probably try and update it more in the afternoon, around noon or 1, just so that you're getting the lowest prices and not these overinflated ones at night. When I do record my videos, I record them at night just because I don't have the luxury of being able to stay home and record videos. I do have to work all day. But the Mobile Companion app is a very good app that you can use. You can always check the values of cards. And if you're not at home and able to get on your system to buy cards at the best time during the afternoon, you can always do it on the Mobile Companion apps. That's always something to check throughout the day. And again, you can always check this spreadsheet that I have made as well. I'm going to plan on expanding the spreadsheet just a little bit more. I'm probably going to put a sniping section on it for my sniping days. I might do a just like weekly tips section as well for that week, just for on the market Mondays, just to go along with that. I want to make this sheet as useful as I can for you guys. I want y'all to have to do as little work as possible to take advantage and make as many coins as possible and training points off of this market. So again, this training video is usually going to be coming out on Friday, I think. I'm going to schedule it like that. Just coming out on Wednesday so that y'all can maybe try and get some training points before the Harvest promo is released. This Friday, I will be releasing another sniping video just to get a little more coins when that promo drops. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on, so there's going to be a lot of opportunity to make coins. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that helps. Let me know down below in the comments how many training points you're sitting on going into the promo. I only have 200 right now. I've been focusing on more sniping than training points, so I'm definitely going to work on getting my training point stack up during the afternoon tomorrow. Again, if you're new to the channel and you're finding the content helpful, helping you grow your coin stack and your training point stack and all that, consider subscribing. Hit the bell notification if you do so that you will know as soon as I release any of my videos so the information will be as relevant as possible to you. Hit me up on Twitter with any questions you have or leave them down in the comments below. Hope everyone's ready and excited for the promo. We're all going to crush it. I know it. We're going to make a lot of money off of it. A lot of good cards. Thanks again for stopping in, guys. I'll see you in the next one. And remember, stay average.